Hello，你好，Welcome back，欢迎回来 to Wisdom Wednesday with Johnny Tiger on July 20, 2022. I'm trying out a new music setup today, so I don't know if the music is too distracting or too loud. So if it is, let me know, right? And we'll adjust it. But with that said, I want to bring your attention to something new and very cool that I found. This will benefit those of you who use the Amazon Echo devices, the Alexa. I don't want to say her name too loud because she's going to react to me. Um, this will benefit those of you who use Amazon Echo device, and it's something I found quite by accident just a couple of days ago. I went to ask my device to play something, and it said activating sound stream. Would you like to play your own playlist from sound stream? And I was like, well, I did not say anything remotely close to sound stream. But anyway, that piqued my curiosity, and I took a quick look on Google to see what the SoundStream business was. And I'm glad I did. And I'm going to take this chance to urge you to take a look after listening to me talk about it if you're interested. Because for those of us who like to stream music, for those of us who have a massive music collection ourselves already, and really don't feel like paying for Apple Music or Amazon Music because, I mean, come on, let's admit it, when I myself have over 10,000 songs on my computer, I really don't feel the need to pay like $9 or $14 or whatever it is every month so I can listen to music. If I want to listen to music, I got them on my computer. So the only problem is how do I get the music from my computer onto my devices, my Amazon Echo devices or my phone and so on and so on. Well, SoundStream solved the problem where you want to get music onto your Echo device. All it takes is you having an Amazon Echo, and you need to have the SoundStream app, and you also need to have a Dropbox subscription. Well, you don't really need a Dropbox subscription as long as you have Dropbox. It's fine. But if you want to load your Dropbox up with a lot of music, you probably will need a Dropbox subscription. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be deleting file and adding file and removing file. It's a bit of a pain. With a Dropbox subscription, you have like 2 TB of storage on Dropbox, which means yeah, that can hold a lot of music. So what SoundStream does is it create a SoundStream folder in your Dropbox, and you can create playlist in this folder. Let's for example, you make a folder inside your SoundStream folder and call it country music, and then you load this folder up with your favorite country music and stuff like that. And whenever you want, you just tell your Amazon Echo, you say, Echo, play country music from SoundStream. And that's it. Uh, it will play the playlist that you make straight from your Dropbox. Uh, and you can shuffle music, you can repeat and loop and stuff like that. Really, really, really cool. And it's even better than that for people who want to listen to audiobooks, stuff like that, podcast on their own from their own collection. You can do that too. Just make a folder in your SoundStream folder called Johnny Tiger Experience Podcast. Of course, we all want to listen to Johnny Tiger Experience Podcast, and you throw your episodes of Johnny Tiger Experience Podcast in there, and yeah, voila, you can play it straight from your device. For those people with an Echo Show, That's the one that actually has a screen, a monitor. You can even watch movies straight from your Dropbox. Now, how cool is that? Really, really cool. Um, Now, if you just are not sure about this and you want to try it out, you can use SoundStream for free. However, the free account will only allow you 10 playlists and 10 songs from every playlist will play. Um, so that is 100 songs altogether, which, for casual users is good enough. Now, me, I subscribed for the premium account for the kidney selling price of 99 cents a month. Yeah, Sunstream, you're welcome. I advertising for you. But yes, 99 cents a month, barely anything. And you can put as many playlists in there as you like, as many songs as you like. Do whatever you want with it. So yeah, like I said, it's up to you guys. If you just want to try it out, just use a free account. But if you feel that you want to just throw your entire music collection in there, so you can listen to it everywhere in the house on your Echo devices, then 99 cents a month is a lot cheaper than Amazon Music or Apple Music. So that's my little tidbit of the day with regarding to technology. We might I probably could have saved this as a special episode of Toy Thursday or call it Technology Thursday or something. 2 p.m. Thank you. But I thought, yeah, whatever. We're going to throw it in here in Wisdom Wednesday. But back to our main topic of the day. We're going to talk about the Chinese horoscope, the Chinese zodiac, the 12 animals, the 12 years that symbolizes a person's luck, fortune, misfortune, love, and career and personality. Today we are going to be focusing on personality because it is quite a bit more in depth than a lot of us have realized. Just a quick recap: the 12 animal is 鼠、牛、虎、兔、龙、蛇、马、羊、猴、鸡、狗、猪. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. 鼠 rat, 牛 that's like Neo, like the name Neo, 牛 that's ox, 虎 Hu tiger, 兔 T W O like number two, 2 that's a rabbit. 鼠牛虎兔 rat, ox, tiger, rabbit. 龙 Lon dragon. 蛇 Sher, that's snake. Ma Ma horse. Yang Yun. This one's interesting because some people say it's sheep, some people say it's goat, and no one know for sure because in Mandarin it's the same word for both animals, and there's really no historical record that show us was it supposed to be a sheep or goat. I like to think of it as sheep because it's right in there with horse and all the farm animals and stuff like that. So 龙蛇马羊, that's dragon, snake, horse, sheep. 猴 Ho, monkey. 鸡 Je, that's rooster. 狗 Go, dog. 猪 Ju, pig. 猴鸡狗猪, that's monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. So we have the 12 animals. And depending on what animal you are, it's supposed to uh, very heavily influence your personality. And just like the Western zodiac, no matter if you believe in it or not, when you look at what it says about you, it's uncannily accurate. Actually, it's like, for example, ox. People who are the sign of ox are said to be steadfast and honest and a little bit slow and down to earth. And that is really, really quite accurate. Like I have never met anyone who's an ox who's, well, for example, spontaneous or creative or unpredictable. No, almost every ox person I've ever met have more or less the same kind of personality. So yeah, it make it hard to disbelieve it uh, at the very least. Now, if you really want to know all the ins and outs of which signs is good for what and their pros and cons and their temperament and all that stuff, we can be here for the next 2 years. So let's keep this on the personality level, and more so, I want to talk a little bit about a deeper look into how the 12 zodiac work with regarding to personality that most casual people do not realize. You see, most of the time, our understanding of the 12 zodiac is straightforward. If you are a rat, you're sneaky, you like to make money, you are a bit selfish, you're a bit tricky, you're probably a family person, you're good at accumulating stuff, uh, and if you're ox, yeah, like I said, you're down to earth, you're a little bit slow, and you like to move slow, but you're very steadfast, you're very determined. Uh, if you're tiger, then you're aggressive, outgoing, free ranging, you like to be in charge, and you like to be the center of attention. Uh, if you are a rabbit, then you're cautious and careful and kind and gentle. If you are a dragon, then you are bossy, you are uh, far-reaching. Like people who are dragon are said to be the best dreamers. They're the people that's going to try to do the impossible, trying to reach for the sky, reach for the star. They're the people that are the superstars in their circle. They are the shiniest, the most bold and proud and honorable. And if you're a snake, then you're a little bit more adaptable. You are good at working with people. You're very, very creative, and you tend to be a little bit more self-centered and sneaky at your core. If you're a horse, then you're a go-getter. You're proud. You like to run ahead of the pack, and you're always running to the next project. You're always charging ahead. If you're a sheep, then you are the type that suffer in silence and just complain after you do something for people. You other people is going to think that you are giving, you're a giver, you like to give, but behind after you close the door, you're going to complain like you suffer the most egregious injustice in the world. But overall, sheep people are very gentle as well, and they tend to martyr themselves a little bit because they like to say yes to everything, and then they like to complain about how no one understands them. If you are a monkey, then you are the life of the party. You always know where the fun things are. You never want to stay in a box. You're always thinking outside the box. You're always uh, trying to make sure that everyone around you is having fun, you are having fun, and everyone knows it's because of you they're having fun, and you are good at making up stories, making up tall tales, and telling some bad jokes and stuff like that. If you are a rooster, that means you are proud, arrogant. You are uh, that person who want to be the problem solver for everybody. You want to be the first one up in the daytime. You want to announce to the world that you are ready and you are going to forge ahead no matter what's happened. And you tend to want to be sort of a bit of a self-centered, arrogant person, but you're also uh, generally speaking, very noble and very proud at heart. If you're a dog, you're loyal, you're the loyal friend, you're the friend that is going to keep giving, giving, giving. As long as you call someone your friend, they're going to be your friend for life. And you're going to give, 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 even when you are mistreated, and you're going to guard your friend and family very fiercely. Dogs sometimes make very good followers and second in command because as long as they determine that you are their friend, you are their superior or whatever, they will. That's the one zodiac that will die for you. And if you're a pig, you're the one person who really understands how to live life to its fullest. You love enjoying life. You love being comfortable. You hate changes. You hate any kind of situation that's going to threaten your comfort level. So people who are pigs, they are very good to themselves. They really understand that. So that is a very brief, very abbreviated view of the 12 zodiac. However, most of us probably don't know that the 12 zodiac, or we didn't realize that the 12 zodiac also break down into six pairs. The six pairs of perfect combination for success. The six personality pairs that are going to make that perfect personality, that's perfect, that recipe for success. Really, really interesting stuff. I mean, obviously, yeah, if you have 12 animals, then yeah, they're going to break down to six pairs. But just look at how great these pairs fit together to create the most successful personality. Now, before we go into that, how do you get these pairs? How do you get the personality of both animals? The way I was taught was if you were born near the end of a year or at the very beginning of a year, now usually that means like within 15 days. So let's say you were born 15 days before or after the Chinese New Year. That means you probably have the personality of both sides. You're going to have the personality of your actual year and then the personality of the year that's closest to you. For example, if you were born uh, on 10 days after Chinese New Year of the sheep, that means you have the sheep personality, but you also would probably have the personality of the horse. Same thing if you were born 10 days before the year of the horse, that would mean you have the personality of the snake, but you also have the personality of the horse. However, that pairing does not create a recipe for success. Like I said, the recipe for success are very, very specific. So, what are these six pairs of the most successful personality type? Number one, rat paired with ox. Why is that a success? Because rats are great at making money and great at finding ways to make money. But rats also sometimes have the negative trait that they can be a bit shady. Like they'll do things that are a little bit maybe above the law, maybe tax evasion or take payment under the table, that kind of stuff. As long as it gives them more money. But if you pair that with ox, then you have a really perfect worker who can make a lot of money because ox people are law abiding. Ox people are, generally speaking, more steadfast. They don't screw around and they are very determined. So you pair that with the rat tendency of being able to be a little bit uh, greedy and be a little bit more uh, ambitious, it makes a really, really powerful uh, entrepreneur, a person who might be really good at freelancing, creating their own business. The next pair is the tiger and the rabbit. Now, this sounds weird. I know. Like, how can you pair a tiger with a rabbit? But here's the thing, because tigers are aggressive and uh, in your face all the time. They are very big on being the center of attention. They're really big on drawing attention to themselves. So if you have the personality of a tiger, likelihood is you have a lot of friends, but there are also people that just hate you. They can't stand you. Why do you always have to be the superstar? Why do you always have to pretend you know everything? But if you gentle that down with a cautious nature of a rabbit, a kind nature of a rabbit, then you have a perfect mix. You have the personality for a hero. You have a guy who is strong and brave and bold and proud, at the same time gentle and kind. You basically have Superman right there. Next, you have the dragon and the snake. And nothing is more opposite than dragon and snake. And yet, when you pair these two personalities together, it can also create uh, the perfect uh, recipes for success. Dragon, dreamers, they like to think about fetched, far-fetched idea. Dragons are bold and uh, again, they are the ones that always know what they are doing. They always think that they can control everything. They are tough-minded. They can be a little bit bossy and pushy, but that make it so a lot of people actually don't get along with dragon people because dragon people tend to want it's their way or no way. That's how they can be sometimes. Now, if you dilute that with the snake personality, the creativity and the charm and the adaptability will make this dragon snake combination probably very, very suitable as a inventor or a scientist or a doctor or medical researcher because you have someone who's willing to try, who's willing to push, and then you also have someone who can work with people, who can convince people to come around to do things their way, and still both personalities, one is a dreamer, one is creative. They create that really strong combination that they can make things happen. Next, you have the horse and the sheep. Again, a very interesting contrast. Sheep is slow and suffer in silence and gentle and a little bit passive aggressive. And then you have the horse who's totally aggressive, in your face, run ahead of the pack all the time, go getter, get, never stop. Well, if you have ever lived with any people, I have two horses in my family, like immediate family. My sister, one of my sister, and my dad, both horses. I can tell you, living with horse people can be quite a trial because they never want to wait for anybody. It's like you either stay with them or you get left behind. So when you can balance that off with a more gentle, more cautious nature of the sheep. No, sheep stay in flock. Sheep will make sure that everyone around is keeping up. Sheep will make sure that everyone's getting fed, everyone's okay. So when you combine the horse and the sheep, you can create that perfect family person. You can create that person who is good at leading the family to success and glory, but at the same time will not neglect the feeling of other people, other members in the family. Next, you have the monkey and the rooster. The monkey, being the fun-loving, really creative, again, very creative, thinking outside the box, and life of the party, have a great sense of humor. It's a perfect complement to a rooster because a lot of rooster people, myself included, struggle with having a sense of humor. Honestly, my older brother is a monkey, and whenever we hang out together, it was very apparent. He was the person people wanted to talk to have fun. I was the person people wanted to talk to get things done. Uh, so if you have a rooster who's just work, kind of a workaholic, get out early and trying to be a perfectionist, trying to show off to the world that he or she is the perfect, the most perfect specimen, and everything is perfection. You need to gentle that down with a monkey personality so they can remember to have fun, so they can remember to make other people laugh. Otherwise, if you just have a monkey, then you kind of, you are always clowning around. You're a bit of a joker. If you are just a rooster, then sometimes you end up with a stick in the mud. No one wants to be around you because you're so boring and so sarcastic and so bossy all the time. And then, last but not least, we have the dog and the pig. The dog and the pig together makes the most happy person in the world. Why? Because the dog is all about loyalties to others. Dog will sacrifice himself to make other people happy. Dog will sacrifice themselves to do things for others. So if you just have the personality of a dog, likelihood is sometimes you end up not being very happy because you find that you're neglecting yourself. You're not taking very good care of yourself. However, if you have the personality of a pig, you're the other way around. You're a little bit selfish. Some people are going to think you're a bit of a selfish prick because pig, they mostly just care about their own comfort. As long as they're comfortable, and as long as doing things for you will not affect their comfort, they're okay. But if they have to sacrifice anything to do things for other people, then that's a no-no for pig people. So if you balance that off with a dog and a pig, then you end up with a person who's great at making other people happy at the same time will never neglect their own happiness, which means you end up with the most happy and balanced and joyful person in the world. Because as we most of us know, and I've talked about this in Soul Search Sunday before, the way to make yourself happy is to be good to yourself. But the way to make yourself satisfied and content and joyful is to be good to other people. So a pig combination with a dog is that person. They're both good to themselves and they can be good to other people as well. So as you can see, it's not just one for one. When it comes to Chinese um, zodiac, you don't just look at the personality of each one. Uh, there are the six pairs, and don't make any mistake about it. It have to be in this order. Like if you have other combinations, it can end up in disasters. Like for example, if you end up with a horse and a dragon, if you have the personality of a horse and a dragon, like maybe if your dad was a horse and your mom was a dragon, uh, then you might have traits from both of them. Yeah, your lineage, your parent count as well in Chinese zodiac. So if you have the personality of a horse and a dragon, then that's not necessarily a good combination because now you have a dreamer who's just always going to charge ahead and never stop long enough to think, is this plan going to work? If you have the personality of a monkey and a pig, Then you have someone who's just all about having fun. This person might turn out to be extremely lazy and never want to work, never want to put in. And if you have the personality of a rat and a snake, oh, I don't even want to think about that. That's one creepy combination. And that probably means you are most likely going to be destined for a life of crime because you are money loving, you are big on accumulating money, and at the same time, you're creative, you're sneaky, you're stealthy, you're charming, and yet you're self centered. So yeah, that wouldn't make a very cool combination at all. So yeah, there's so much about the Chinese zodiac that as we read more into it, if we look into it, we can't help but be amazed how people back in the old days, thousands of years ago, came up with this combination, put things in order, uh, and that just end up making a lot of sense. Thank you for checking out today's Wisdom Wednesday. I hope you guys had fun. I did. I'll be back again tomorrow for some Toy Thursday with Johnny Tiger. For now, 谢谢 and 再见。